Okay, so today's video, guys, I want to go over a few things, where we're at with the truck, what we're going to be doing shortly, and replacing this little thing. So we'll get into this all in this video. So first things first, you guys probably checked out the last video, or the last couple of videos. We went to the track and we set a pretty good time. We ended up in the 12.5 range at 108 miles an hour, which is pretty good for the stock 17-inch wheels with the stock Goodyear Wrangler tires. We're losing a ton of traction. Just to kind of update you guys, there's a lot more left in the tune. We can actually squeeze a bit more out of the tune. We can add some more timing on the run. And also, if you guys notice, if you go back on the other video, you'll see that it kind of short shifts a bit between second and third gear. And it's doing that because it's losing traction. So it's kind of like a fail safe. So it sees that it's spinning, so it shifts a gear to try to gain traction again. But getting traction with better tires, that should eliminate it, but also we're gonna make some adjustments in the transmission tune to compensate for that. And I think the plan is also to get drag radials for it too, so I gotta get those ordered shortly. And with better weather, drag radials, and cleaning up the tune a little bit, we should be low 11s, or sorry, low 12s. I wish we were low 11s, low 12s, and then I think we might even be able to break into the 11s. So I don't want to overstate. I'd rather kind of guess a little bit higher, and then if we beat that, that'd be obviously ideal. But so right now, I'm gonna tell you guys where we're at with the truck. So the truck still has the stock, well, not stock on this model because it's actually sport model, came with stock 20-inch wheels, but those 17-inch factory wheels, so it still has those on it. And the other wheels are off. 24s are sitting over there right now. So I'm gonna order up those drag radials. I think we're gonna go with a Hoosier, a 28-inch by 10 and a 17, of course, and we'll bolt them up on the back, and then we'll just run these stock ones in the front for now. I know we could probably even benefit further by putting like pizza cutters on it, those skinny ones up front and the wider ones in the back, and get some actual race wheels on it, but we're not there just yet. And you guys recall the antenna. So I'm going to show you guys this antenna that I bought to replace the one that got broken off and missing. So I'll install that today, and I want to update you guys on the suspension. So I still have the Beltec 2.4 kit, but one of the things is the reason why we're getting decent traction, decent times right now is because I still left the stock suspension on there. If I put this lower, shorter, and stiffer suspension on the truck, we're gonna have more traction issues than right now. So for now, I'm gonna hold off on messing with the suspension, and also we get into a whole another can of worms if we put that Beltec 2.4 kit in there, because then the rear differential and the pinion angle is gonna be out of alignment, and it just opens up a whole nother can of worms as far as traction and wheel hop and pinion angle and drive shaft angle, and there's just a lot of stuff to go on with that. So I want to see how fast this thing can run before we add another element or factor into the equation with that kit. So anyways, let's fire on this little antenna that I got, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so here's the three pieces, or two rather. You're gonna have this set screw that screws in, and it's got a little Allen key in the ends, and then you're gonna have the antenna. So I'm gonna go ahead and first put this in. We'll screw this in with our Allen key. You could probably put Loctite on this, you guys, if you're worried about somebody stealing it, but they're not that expensive. I think this thing was like maybe $8. So you're gonna screw it in, I don't know, I wanna say about halfway. And then once you're done screwing that portion in, then you'll screw the antenna on, and that's pretty much it. So there we go, we got that tiny little stubby on here. The other one that I had before was probably about 6 inches long, and this one's, I wanna say like maybe, I don't know, it's probably not more than 3 inches long. So, but it was cheap, it was $8. This one fits actually better than the last one did. The only thing you gotta watch out is if you go through the car wash, you wanna remove it, because if this thing, the car wash thing grabs this, it could potentially, bend or kink your fender if it grabs this and torques on it. So just keep that in mind. But okay, that's installed, and I want to talk to you guys about a few other things too. Okay, so another thing we're going to be talking about too is, I just want to briefly touch on it in this video, but some guys were asking me, so the HID setup that I've been using, the Innovated kit, the 55 watt, it's been working really well. But there also is the issue with the CAN bus decoder that goes before it. So a lot of us have been running the Hikari CAN bus decoders, but to be completely honest with you guys, those ones, they seem to kind of act up after a few months. At least for me they have. I've had to replace one and it continues to work, but they just don't seem, I don't think the quality's there that we're all looking for. So I am going to be trying a different one shortly. JDM Astar has stepped up and they've sent these ones to me. They promise that they'll work, so I'm going to test them, run them for you guys, and I'll see how they work. They do look like a more quality unit than maybe the Hikari ones. So this is kind of the unit that it's going to be, but we'll get into that in another video. And I also want to talk to you guys. A lot of guys have been asking me, so we have the Innovited 55 watt HID in the low beams, and with the Hikari CAN bus decoder. Right now I'm just running the halogen high beam, the stock one, because I never really use them. With all the light upgrades, with the LEDs in the lows, or the fogs, and then the HIDs in the lows, I've never really used the high beams, but again, JDM Astar has stepped up and they want me to test out these for you guys and for myself, just to see how they work. So for those of you guys that have taken the headlights apart before, you'll know that these ones, they don't have that much room in the back, in the housing, to be able to fit an LED, but they've come out with these newer ones, and I'll just briefly show you, but we'll get into it in another video, where you can bend the heatsink and kind of put the heatsink where you need it to be. So this is the bulb that they've given us, and you can see there's not really much protruding out of the back, and you can sit here, and all these fins, you can bend them whatever way you need to, like so that it fits in the back of the headlight area, and you can put it wherever you want to. So this stuff's pretty cool. I'm gonna mess with it in another video, and hopefully we'll be able to fire these in here and get some LEDs in the high beams, but for now we got some exciting stuff on the way, which we'll get to shortly. Okay, so that's gonna pretty much do it for today's video, guys. One last thing I'll say, I'm just trying to cover a bunch of topics in one video for you guys, but I want to go into detail on some of these subjects in subsequent videos. But everything on the ProCharger, it's been working good. We haven't had any hiccups. Once we kind of worked out the bugs, whether it was with the HP tuners, trying to get that stuff and the transmission tuned, or belt slipping and all that stuff, right now it seems like we're at a point where things just work, which is a good thing. And yeah, I want to kind of go over that stuff with you guys. The transmission's holding fine. The kit's working good. No issues. I had one intercooler pipe, blow off, but that was just because it wasn't together, as best as it could be. But other than that, it's just been working. So you guys saw I went and beat on it the other day at the track last weekend, and haven't had any issues. It's been flawless, and we just drove it home, and it's been working. So I'll update you guys on if anything kind of goes wrong or any weird stuff happens, but so far everything just works. And I want to do an updated video on all the lighting to let you guys know how all that stuff's been working. Everything's been working good, guys. So QTP cutout's been working good. So I'll make more videos on all this stuff to kind of update you on each part of the truck that you guys might be interested. But also let me know in the comments below what stuff you guys want to be updated on, and I'll try to make a video on it to help you guys out, or give you more information on stuff if you want. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. But we'll see you on the next video. Take care.